everybody. Welcome to Home with the Halsteads. There's something in the air, and I think it's called Christmas. December has rolled around, and Christmas is here, and I am so excited. It's just one of my favorite times of the year. First and foremost, we celebrate Jesus' birth, and then we celebrate by giving and receiving gifts. And certainly we celebrate by cooking and eating and enjoying a lot of good food during the month of December. So I have gone through some of my recipes. I know that you're doing the same thing to pull out some of those tried and true recipes. And you'll be cooking and I'll be cooking. And today I am going to show you just a very simple little candy, a little snack candy that I picked up on 2 or 3 years ago, and it's so quick and easy. It's called Rolo Praline Delight, and it's just a recipe that I found on the back of a bag of Rolo candy. So let's get started, and I'll show you how I make it. So the first thing that I want to do is to show you the ingredients that you're going to need to make the candy. First of all, like I said, this is just a Rolo candy. This is a small bag. It has about 50 to 60 pieces in it. And on the back is the recipe that I'm going to be using. And the first thing that it says to do is to preheat your oven to 250 degrees. So I already have my oven on. And this candy comes in little pre-wrapped little individual pieces. So what you want to do is to just unwrap it and put it in a dish. I always unwrap all of mine first. I go ahead and unwrap it, and then it makes putting the candy together a lot easier and a lot faster. So here we go. I've got my candy all unwrapped, and I'm going to set that aside. Secondly, you're going to need some pretzels. Just the little square pretzels, and I'm not advertising for Rolo or for Snyder's pretzels. I just happen to like these brands. But this is what your little square pretzel looks like. So you're going to need some of these little pretzels. I'm going to set the bag aside. So we have pretzels, we have Rolo candy, and then we have pecans. And these are the halves. These are some that I had in my freezer, and I took them out and I let them thaw. So I'm just going to set this aside right here. And I'm going to put some pretzels on this baking sheet. Kind of line them up like this. And I'm just going to show you how I do it, and then I'll finish putting it together, and I'll come back and we'll finish up the candy. But I'm telling you, this is so simple. So once you get your pretzels on your baking sheet, then you take your Rolo candy and you just place it on the pretzel, just like that. Put one on each pretzel. I love this, and you know, this is not a real unhealthy snack. Of course, everything is in modification. It depends on how much we eat, and I could probably eat a dozen of these. But pretzels are not too bad. They're healthy. And then pecans are certainly healthy. And this candy is just a little tiny piece. So this is what you want to do. Take your pretzels, lay them out, unwrap your chocolate, put your Rolo candy on top of it, and once you get it all put together, and a piece of candy on each pretzel, then you pop it in the oven on 250 for 3 to 5 minutes. Once it gets soft and kind of melted, you don't want it to all melt, you just kind of want it to get soft, then you're going to come back and you're going to press a pecan on top of it. And I'm going to stick it in the oven, and then I'll come back and I'll show you how I put the pecans on it, and then I'll show you how I make some without pecans, because everybody doesn't care for pecans, or maybe some people have allergies to pecans. So I'm gonna finish putting this together, pop it in the oven, and I'll be right back. Okay, y'all, I'm back, and I tell you what, sometimes we just have to laugh at our own selves. When I put these in the oven, I realized that I said modification. I meant to say moderation, so I guess that was maybe my first blooper. So if you'll just forgive me, I do know the difference. So now we're gonna take our pecan halves and we're just going to lay it on top of the candy and press it down like that. Put it on top of the candy, press it down. See how quick and easy this is? Once you get all of this done, then you just let it set for a while, let it get hard, and then you'll want to place it in an airtight container. Now what I'm gonna do with mine, I like to share. I feel like that's one of the gifts that God has given me, and one of the things that I can do for other people. So I'm gonna probably just divide this up and put it in some little small containers and share with my neighbors, and of course I'll give Doug some. He loves it too. I might take some to my friend Hugh Lane, and to my sweet neighbors, Mr. and Ms. Voss down the street. So there's always somebody that you can share with and that you can give something to. So that's how that works. That's how your pecans look. Now, if you don't like pecans, you can just, you know what? Top it with another pretzel. And sometimes children might like it better like that without the pecan on it. Whoops, I flipped that one over, didn't I? Just gonna lay that one over here so I don't mess up the rest of them. So you just put it on there like that. You know, I love it when I mess up. I really do. It just shows that none of us are perfect, and we all have bloopers in our kitchen. It goes back to the saying that if you make a cake or pie and it's not real pretty, well, you know what you do with that. You just cut it in the kitchen and serve it in the dining room. And so if you mess up one of these little pieces of candy, you can either just go ahead and eat it yourself, or you can set it aside and fix it and serve it from your kitchen. That's what I do a lot of times. So there we go. There we have it. I'm gonna work to finish this up, and when I get them all topped, then I'll come back and I'll show you my finished product. See you in a little bit. Okay, our Rolo pretzel delights are all finished. Aren't they pretty? And they're so, so good. I hope you can see these. And you know what I'm gonna do? I'm just gonna try one. They are so delicious. I hope you have a blessed day, and I will see you again in the next few days with another good Christmas recipe. And let me know how you like these, if you've ever made them before, and maybe share some of your good Christmas recipes with me. Talk to you soon.